The second study, and again this is actually had a kind of a different focus, but I chose those findings that are relating to this overall question, focusing on different outcomes. So now not just on achievement, but on also, you can see here the outcomes were not achievement, but also academic self-concept, homework persistence, and homework self-efficacy. So again, this study was conducted in Switzerland with a little bit less than 2,000 students, this time in grade 8, again from the beginning to the school year to the end of the school year. We again differentiated between supportive and intrusive involvement, the same measures as we used in the first study. And the reason why we have French achievement is because this was actually in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. So that was the only study that was not in the German-speaking part, but in the French-speaking part. So that's actually reading achievement. It was not French in a foreign language, so that needs to be kept in mind. And then again, structural equation modeling for our analyses. So here below, we control for the outcome at the beginning of the school year, so the elect outcome, again, students' gender. Then because we're moving into secondary school now, we also controlled for students' school track, because as I showed at the beginning, it's important in our school system. And again, we controlled for students' family background, because we wanted to make sure that it wasn't actually parents' socioeconomic background driving these effects, which you could imagine. As you can see, we found the same pattern that we found in the first study, with supportive involvement having a positive and intrusive involvement having a negative effect, even though the standardized coefficients are smaller than what we had in the previous study. There was hardly any associations with academic self-concept. It might be the case that this is due to the way academic self-concept is developed, that develops more in relation to your peers rather than your parents' involvement. But then also homework persistence, we had only a tendency so the direction was the same, but the supportive involvement was not statistically significant. Intrusive involvement had a slightly small negative effect. And the largest effects we found for homework self-efficacy, which in a way makes sense when you think about what if parents kind of help or not. That students feel like they're capable of doing their own homework, which in a way, in order to become a lifelong learner, which everybody talks about these days, it's important that you feel self-efficacious, I think that's the right word, right? To do your own homework. So if parents are supportive, meaning they offer help without actually helping when it's not needed, then students are becoming more confident in actually doing their homework, whereas when parents are controlling and intrusive in the homework process, it decreases students' homework self-efficacy. So in a way, it seems to be the case that this is a consistent pattern even across different outcomes.